I'm slightly tardy. As you know, I have a habit of being tardy. I am sorry. I am a little bit of a workaholic sometimes, and I just like work until the very last minute. But here I am, and I'm excited to share with you Qi Gong time, relaxation time. What's up, Jabri? And I'm just going to take a moment and invite some people to this class and say hi to everyone. Thank you so much for being here. I have a lot I want to share with you today in the beginning meditation to really give your energy an extreme boost. Okay. So we are going to boost our energy today in a way that will amaze you. Sound good? So I'm just going to share this link with a couple of folks that might want a little push to join us today because we get stuck in our little habits, right? So let me just share this with a couple of folks. Thank you so much for being on time as opposed to me. Okay, sharing is caring. Okay. I'm ready to be here, focused on you. Thank you for sharing, Jabri. Thank you for sharing, Kathy. I really, really appreciate it. Okay, first, let's just pay attention to our breath. Okay, and our heartbeats. Pay attention to you. You. You are so important. You are so special. Pay attention to you right now. What is your energy telling you? What is your ankles telling you? What are your wrists telling you? Just settle in. Settle in. I'm going to put a little music on to help us relax. Take your time. Add some music. If you want, add a candle maybe, some incense maybe. Maybe turn the lights down. And get in the mood. We're focusing on you. Clear your space. Listen to your breath and your heartbeat. Tune in. I just want to share that something that might take us away from our own natural vibrations and our own energy is the inability to basically say no, the inability to repulse what you actually do repulse. And when does this happen? When do we feel like we have to grin and bear it in an unhealthy way? Of course, there are healthy ways that we need to grin and bear it. If we don't feel like washing our dishes, if it's a life or death situation with a friend and we have to witness certain things. But that's different than being forced to actually like something that you don't like. And when does this happen? Just keep noticing your heartbeat. Keep noticing your breath. What I've come to realize is it comes because of three possibilities. One, you're scared. Two, you're being controlled. Three, what's the third one? You're dependent for your survival. A lot of us go through these situations. It could be little situations we go through even when we're a child and we're dependent on our parents. But these little moments can get stuck in us. We might forget about them. We're so resilient. We go on with our life. But these little things can get stuck on us and mess with our energy. And so how do we release them? That's one of the themes of today's class. So I'll give you little nuggets throughout class about that. But let's just focus on our heartbeat. Releasing the pressure, releasing the stress, which includes releasing the pressure people put upon us, saying, if you love me, maybe in not so many words, you will grin and bear this. That's manipulating you to think that you have to like what you actually repulse. And then that little vibrational thing goes on in your mind, that little maybe guilt feeling, that little doubt feeling, instead of that inner knowing, being empowered of just saying, no, I don't have to like this, and I don't have to do it just to please you. Because my need for love and my need for self-respect and my need for peace is more important and is important. And you cannot violate that just because it's what you want. You cannot get me to fake a smile. That's what a lot of, a lot of New Age talk is about, the age of authenticity. Have we actually been in the age of authenticity though? Or are we just faking being authentic? Do we just want that authenticity? But there's so much fear behind actually admitting, this is fake. This doesn't feel good. This doesn't feel real to me. We're like uncovering, removing the layers of that fake smile, really getting in touch with what feels good to us as we connect with our energy. Releasing the peer pressure, the societal pressure, the cultural pressures that we all face, and blooming our flowers of peace and love. It's almost impossible to bloom into our own peace if we are still on some level digesting or pretending to digest a conflict, something that we are told we have no choice about when we actually do. Notice your breath. This is why thinking breathe isn't as effective as thinking about the times in your life when you feel so loved and accepted. And then naturally your breath opens up, because it's those times in your life when you didn't have to fake your happiness, because you felt your happiness. You felt it. The fulfilling feeling of just simple love. No conditions. You feel your energy opening up. I like to take this time in the beginning to really feel the energy opening before we go into the exercises, because then it's so much more powerful to actually move with your energy, which can take some time. It can take years of practice, physical practice. But the beauty of Qi Gong is that there's also a mental practice along with it. And when you release those mental chains, it also helps you physically feel the energy, which is magical. You're basically feeling your own magic. So those times in your life when you came to people, to teachers, to friends, to lovers with your magic, and somehow it was defeated by the other person's desires or coldness or lusts, then you might have suppressed that magic, thinking it's not welcome in this world, but it is. So take a moment. What are your intentions for class today? Besides sharing your magic with the world, your beauty, your love. That's what I mean by magic. Your beauty, your love, your energy, your self-expression, your self-respect, your peaceful thoughts. What is your intention? Maybe there's a pain that you have in a part of your body. Maybe there's a mental thing you're struggling with. So tell me, and then we'll focus class just for you. And I've got a couple of intentions through email and whatnot that I'll share with you as well from people. My name is Aviva, and my intention is to be here for all of you today, encouraging you to share your love and beauty and incredible energy with the world. And the same for myself. I also have gotten in some intentions to strengthen the heart and the shoulders and the eyes, the vision. And Jabri says his intention is to focus on his stomach and feet today, okay? Do you have a pain in your stomach? Any other intentions out there? I got someone wants to focus on inner thighs as well. Anything else? Check my email for intentions. If you can't chat here, you can email me your intentions at Aviva and the Flying Penguins at yahoo.com. I'm going to write it down in the chat box. You can email me throughout class, and hopefully I'll remember to check in. That is also my PayPal if you want to throw me a tip at some point. Breathe in your intentions. Release anything in the way. Breathe in your intentions. Release anything. Breathe in your intentions. Release your resistance. I can't decide if I want to start with the stomach or the heart, because they're both so relevant to our intentions today, emotionally as well. Let's do the heart. Bring the index finger down to the bottom of the thumb. Connect the middle to the thumb and the ring. Bam. Other side as well. Index to thumb, thumb to middle, and ring. Let's open up our hearts. Let's talk again about this repulsing what we repulse, because it's a really important unraveling of our energy that could be knotted up in this concept. And just pay attention to your breathing. We, as humans, can endure so much. We are so resilient. We have our own arteries, our own veins, and they flow with our life force, with our love. So when someone comes up to us with their intentions, with their agendas, it's like a beating heart in our face. That's not our heart. And I think one of the simplest, most powerful connections that we have as humans is feeling each other's heartbeat. And so we can simplify the concept of somebody or an idea coming at you that is not aligned with your peace being their heartbeat. Their frequency, and trying to get you to be more on their frequency when you're on your frequency. And how do you maintain your own heartbeat? So this mudra helps you really not only strengthen your heart, but protect your heart so that it can't be pulled away to another frequency that's not as good for you. It's very basic and triggering, but the concept I'm talking about is someone or something harming you, and also saying you should like this. You should be happy because of all these other things I'm doing for you. But the truth is, you can't possibly be truly, deeply happy if someone's harming you. And it's important to just be aware of that and not try to fake it. And just embrace the truth. And I think a lot of us don't want to face certain truths about that because then we feel like it's impossible for us to be happy. And not only does that threaten our own idea of our own happiness, but it also threatens in our minds how we look to other people. Because if we think other people don't see us as happy, then we might feel vulnerable. Then we might feel not good enough. Then we might feel like we're not accepted in society because society likes happy people more than sad people. Then we might feel like we can't get the help we need. But the truth sets us free. Feel your heartbeat. Feel your heart strengthen. When someone else's, let's say, desires or lusts or agendas come your way and force their way upon you, what also happens is your own desires and your own love and your own agendas have a hard time flowing to you. It like takes the place of your own flow. So in order to feel your own flow, you've got to remove someone else's, let's say, power over you in a way. Your own belief that somehow you believe that their desires were more important than your peace, your happiness. All right, that's also really good for your shoulders. We're going to move on to the digestion, your tummy. Okay, and bring your thumb to your index and your ring finger. Beautiful. Digestion energy. This also really helps to strengthen your abdomen, kind of like sit-ups. But this is for your digestion and also your confidence. So indigestion on a physical level, right, is when you eat something that your body doesn't agree with. And your body is not very happy. Your stomach's not very happy. This also happens on an emotional, mental level. Forcing yourself to digest something that is harmful for you can create physical symptoms in your tummy. And it can affect your self-esteem, which is what this area in Chinese medicine is all about as well. Your confidence, being in the center of your own world. When we love people, yes, they become the center of our world, but we cannot lose our own selves and our own center. We cannot let them direct our ship, because then there's no two. There has to be two in a relationship. You become one, but it can't just be the other person. You have to do a dance. And I'm not just talking about lovers. It could be friends. It could be work relationships, which gets really complicated when you have a boss. When you pretend to be happy and you're really not, your sadness comes out in other ways. For example, chronic depression that you can't explain. For example, anxiety. For example, it comes out in your artwork, which is a beautiful thing. It finds a way to release itself. And unfortunately, it can cause major mental illness if for years and years and years and years and years and years, you're pretending to be happy when you're not, then you can easily start projecting onto other people. What I mean is you twist your mind up and you become kind of a loose cannon because a lot of things trigger you and remind you that you're unhappy when you're trying so hard to put on that happy face for the world, but it's not real. It takes a lot of inner work to release that fear, to release that feeling of being controlled, to find your independence. You could do it. So many things that we think are impossible, we have the magic to make possible. It's all in our minds, all in our beliefs, all about releasing that fear and embracing the love. Sitting still with ourselves. Rudra Mudra, centering ourselves. Feeling our ability to have discipline, to connect with our truths. Notice where the energy is building. You might feel release, heat, sweat, shaking. So before we stand up or go on to the next stretch, I have a very simple affirmation for us. And I'm going to write it down. Deep thoughts for the day. I choose to not have to endure and bear anyone else's cravings, lusts, or desires if it feels bad to me. I choose to not have to endure and bear anyone else's cravings, lusts, or desires if it feels bad to me. I choose to not have to endure and bear anyone else's cravings, lusts, or desires if it feels bad to me. Let's release that. How's that feel? So now I'm going to teach you the healing sounds in Qi Gong that we do when we want to silence our mind a little bit and just focus on those reconstructive, creative, harmonizing frequencies. I'm going to write that down as well. And I'm going to teach you the 5 self-massage movements. You can also practice this on other people. First, we're going to start with holding the Qi. So you can hold the Qi out or in. It can be a foot away or more, or it can be an inch away from wherever you feel like you need that Qi. I might just do a few of the massage movements now and then more later. It goes mi, di, li, gong, jen, honk. I choose to not have to endure or bear anyone else's cravings, lusts, or desires if it feels bad to me. A bully wants you to feel otherwise. So if you've ever been bullied, that's basically the energy. You have to endure this. Mi, di, li, gong, jen, honk. You can sing it, you can say it. Mi, di, li, gong, jen, honk. 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 I'll do one more movement and then we'll stand up. This is the patting movement. So we do this like actually touching the body as well, but we're just going to do it energetically. Just patting your body. We do this in 3 tempos, 3 speeds. So we're going to start with as slow as we can, patting the body. Think about how all of these movements are very instinctive when you think about petting an animal or calming down a baby. We pat. We pat. It's okay. It's okay. So it's a very human movement. It's like magic. It helps to soothe you. Mi, di, li, gong, jen, hong. 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 It's like pushing all your good energy together. So it doesn't fall apart. Ami Ti Li Gong Jen Hong. 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 A little faster now. Ami Ti Li Gong Jen Hong. Ami Ti Li Gong Jen Hong. Ami Ti Li Gong Jen Hong. So what happens when you realize you don't have to endure someone else's lusts or desires if it feels bad to you? Then you can be around more people who are helpful and life-giving and creative and loving. You're making space for that. You also can be around people who respect your wishes and keep things as magical and beautiful as you make it. Ami Ti Li Gong Jen Hong. And as loving as you. Ami Ti Li Gong Jen Hong. Ami Ti Li Gong Jen Hong. Now a little bit faster. This is the third speed. Pat any part of your body. It could be your knees, your ankles, your feet, wherever you're feeling the energy is depleted or in pain. You need to feel, it's like you're hugging that part of you, kissing that part of you where it hurts. Ami Ti Li Gong Jen Hong. 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 Good job. And we're just going to glide the chi for now. Even it all out. Get it all. We're going to do one stretch before we stand up. That is for our heart and our small intestine because they're a pair. Remember, all of our organs have pairs. They're never alone. We're going to bring our hands under our toes and just gently lean over, just as far as feels comfortable for you. Then bring your hands under your ankles and gently just rock back and forth. Like a teeter-totter. Rocking back and forth, feeling like your spine is winding up and going straight up. But it's going straighter as it's like a corkscrew, or it's like spiraling straight up. Not rigid, but moving. And then bring your hands under your toes and gently fold over again, just allowing your elbows to reach the ground if they can. Good. All right. Remember to stay hydrated. I'm going to stand up. We're going to start with some muscle tendon change form movements. So those who have been with me for a while, and welcome all of you if it's your first time, But those who have been taking my classes at the YMCA for years knows that on Mondays, we basically focus on the Qi Gong, and on Wednesdays, we do all kinds of different things. Sometimes the Qi Gong, but a lot of times other things. So welcome to Wednesday's class. We're going to start with the muscle tendon change form. So we're going to put our hands in the gratitude position. Feet are shoulder width apart. So look at how your shoulders are and just like line your feet up with your shoulders. Sorry, I'm not there to see if you're in position or not. If you have a mirror around, sometimes it helps. Bend your knees a little bit. Let the underarms float out to the side. Relax your fingers and relax your head so it's like floating on your neck. Good. Thank you, Jeffrey. And bring your hands to your hearts. Feel the pulsing of your hands against each other. Feel the heat or the cold. Feel them melt into each other harmoniously. Now for women, your yin hand is your right hand. Men, your yin hand is your yang hand. It's all about balance, yin and yang. Having a good amount of each force within you and without you. Your yin hand sits in the yang hand. Yang is generally that protective energy. Yin is a little more vulnerable, not as in contact with the outside world in a purposeful way. Now we're going to bring the hands up so that the fingers point towards the ceiling. Your elbows are kind of almost straight, but they're relaxed. They don't need to be locked. You want to be able to see your hands in your periphery vision because you don't want them behind you, which hyperextends your muscles. Bend your knees a little bit and breathe. This is especially good for folks whose wrists have carpal tunnel or repetitive stress syndrome. It also is good for every joint in your body, as at least 5, we'll do at least 5 stretches from the muscle tendon. Change joint empowering movements. This is our first movement today. Just the arms are spread with the most intense effect on our wrists. But like I said, notice your joints. Are you holding tension in your upper back? Are you holding tension in your knees, your ankles? There's also joints in every single one of your toes and your fingers. Are you holding tension there? Breathe into every cell of your body. Proud of you all for being here, right now, taking care of you. Making this world a better place. Release. Wrists up. Down, bending those knees as your hands float down like feathers. This is a very yin way to do this form. Hands to your heart and circle down. Hold an imaginary fluffy energy ball. Bring it up an imaginary tube. And then push further and further and further, as if it's a balloon bouncing on your hands and going up. Wrists up. Hands to your heart. And circle down. You're going to turn 45 degrees to your right, bending the knees. And you're just going to circle this ball right in front of you, the fluffy ball, relaxing your fingers. And then you're going to go out a little bit further each time. We do this about 9 times. Now we're going to go the other direction. Again, each time you circle, you start real close to your center, and then you go out a little bit further each time. This is the third movement that we're doing. The first one we did was the arm spread, and then we did wiggle up a tube. And now we're just doing side to side. And then the fourth movement we're about to do, first wrists up, and let the wrists float down. And then bring your hands above your head. And then bring your hands to your gratitude mudra. Feel the melting of the fingers against each other. Scoop the hands down so the yin hand, right for women, left for men, sits in the protective yang hand. And then arms relax to the side. So movement number 4 is we're going to rotate that shoulder back. Nice and slow. So if you've got shoulder issues, you don't even have to move it in a circle. You can literally just kind of like shake it back and forth. But what we're going to do is we're going to bring an imaginary fluffy ball of energy in front of us. Holding that ball, we're going to rotate the shoulder back or shake it back and forth, and we're going to slowly push that ball across the body. Each time you move your shoulder, you're going to go a little bit further with that ball. Breathe nice and deep. Relax. Relax your feet. Make sure your toes are parallel, which means your toes are pointing forward. Your feet are parallel. Thank you again, everyone, for being here. And those of you just chiming in, this will be up for a while, so you can always start the class from the beginning if you want. Later, catch up on what you missed. And you're welcome to ask questions. You're never a bother. If you missed something and you just came in and you want to understand something more, it's okay. Because people who have been watching from the beginning, they might have missed it too. Because their kitty or their doggy meowed or barked or something happened outside. This is a very organic class. All right, other side. Roll that shoulder back or back and forth if you have pain. Bring the hand up and slowly bring it across the body. Make sure this other underarm is open and not constricting the flow of energy. And make sure your lips aren't constricting the flow of energy, like relax your mouth. Beautiful. We're going to do one more movement from this group of movement knowledge. Oh, that's so cool, Jabri. Yeah, if there's a movement that you really like, that really works for you, I definitely encourage you to do it every single day. You don't have to do every other movement. You can just choose one or three that really work for you. So the last movement from the Muscle Tendon Change series that we're going to do right now, and just to remind you, we did the arms out, we did the wiggle up the tube, we did the side to side, and we did the shoulder roll. And now we're going to open up the legs, clasp your hands together. You're going to bend the knees as you bring the hands down. It's kind of like a pushing motion, but you're not like pushing, you're just kind of letting them sink down. And then they turn the other direction, facing you, and then they come up. Kind of like you're like holding a big barrel. And then when they reach your heart level, you're going to go around and around again. So notice that my knees bend and then they somewhat straighten, but not all the way. Around and around. Beautiful. Hands to your heart. Release. So we're going to do the monkey and the crane animal today as well, since we've got the heart and the stomach intention. But before we do that, we're going to do some more focused work on our neck and our eyeballs. So you can sit if you want. So you can relax your butt. And we're going to do some amazing neck stretches, okay? So first what we're going to do is we are just going to look down and then gently back up. Really small movements. Say, hi, neck muscles. How are you doing? And little movements to the right. Back. Little tiny movement. You know, kind of like when you have a knot, you're just kind of like loosening that knot in a piece of yarn. You're just kind of like loosening it before you can actually pull the string out of the way. And then the other side. Just little movements back and forth. Be patient with yourself. And then on the right side, we're just going to like kind of bring the head a little bit down and then back up. Nice and relaxed, little tiny movement. And the other direction. Little tiny movement. You don't want to feel pain. So if you feel pain, make it even smaller. Now bring your hand out in a V. Bring it around the left ear. So it's the opposite, right to left. Scoop down till you swallow. And then rub or hold a point that's in the back of your trapezius, the back of your shoulder. You can do that 2 more times. Release that stress. Good. And the other side, open into a V. And then rub. Find a point in the back. Good. Now we're going to do a couple of movements that are a little bit more intense for your neck. So get ready. We're going to look to the right and then lift that right shoulder up. And then forward, releasing the breath. Other way. And forward. So whichever side felt more cozy, more comfortable, we're going to do that 5 times. We do the easier side 5 times. Breathe and release. Forward. 2. And the other way. Now we're going to test it for lifting up the shoulder to the ear like this. Release. And the other side. The more comfortable side, 5 times. Here we go. And the other side 3 times. Nice deep breath. Okay, and now we're just going to do 3 exercises for our eyes, okay? So we're going to start with eye palming. We're going to rub our hands together, creating Qi between our hands. Now feel that Qi, like a buzzing feeling, if you can, like 2 magnets repelling each other. See if you can feel that Qi building. And then you're not going to actually touch your eyes. You're just going to cup in your hands in a bowl and put this around your eyes and just feel that heat or that energy. 5 deep breaths. And again, rub your hands together. And we're going to palm the eyes one more time. Relax your eyeballs. You could even open your eyes if you want. Okay, now we're going to do another movement, which is removing the destructive Qi. Now, this is the, let's see, did we do, yeah, we just did those 2 motions. Okay, so this is another one of those energy massage movements. You can just remove the destructive Qi. If you'd like to do a different area of your body and not your eyes, because your eyes feel fine, you can do that. If you feel like there's a blockage in your heart, either emotionally or physically, you can do that. And what you can do is those sounds again, which you should still be able to read in the comments that I posted. Ah, mi, di, li, gong, jen, hong. I like doing this in the eyes because the eyes, we don't even realize how much strain we put our eyes through just by looking at this screen right now. But also just, looking at our phones, and there are so many ways we neglect our eyes and our eyeballs. And I did a lot of neck stretching before the eyes because actually the muscles of the eye connect to the muscles of the neck. So you might not realize, but a neck pain could actually be an eye strain. You can go faster if you want. And what I'm doing is I'm just bringing all my fingertips together and I'm pulling out the negative energy. So I'm pulling out anything destructive in you right now, if you want me to. And then yourself, pull out. It's very relaxing. Amidili Gong Jen Hong. Amidili Gong Jen Hong. And then a sound, the seed sound of this area of the body is kasham. So we can also do that chant. Kasham. 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 Kisham. I like doing it quickly too. I can feel that energy. Just trust what you feel. Sometimes people like doing it really slowly, like. Kisham. And don't throw it on other people. Throw it on the ground. Kisham. 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 Beautiful. And we're going to turn the chi now. That's the other movement, the last movement. You can use one hand or two hands. Kisham. And the other direction. Kisham. Kisham. Beautiful baby face. Kisham. Kisham. And then I'll show you one of my absolute favorite eye exercises to do. It's called the yo-yo. We're going to start by looking at the finger and then looking far away. Look at the finger, then look far away. Look at the finger, allow it to focus, and then look far away and allow that to focus. Back and forth. And then we do the yo-yo. Focus on the finger and bring it far away and close. Beautiful. One more palming. How is everyone feeling? Any questions before we jump back up and do the crane? Anything you want to share about something you liked even, or a breakthrough, or a challenging part, or just a general question about Qi Gong? All right, we're gonna go right into the crane. Feel free to ask a question in the comments, and I hope I see it, and I can answer it, and I have time to answer it. Sometimes it might take me a couple weeks. All right, so we're going to fly like a crane. We're going to bring the arms up and then also bring a foot or even a whole knee up. Just do whatever is balancing for you. I don't want y'all falling out there. You could also bend the other leg, bend the knee of the other leg for balance. You could just lift up the heel if that's better for you. And then you cross your wrists in front of you. This builds that heart chi, the heart energy. And what it does, I'm going back and forth. See, I'm doing the left one now. What it does is it also harmonizes and cleanses the meridian channel and channels that go to and from the heart to the different areas of the body, the different organs, to communicate with them. So back and forth. We'll do about 18 of these. Yes, love to all of you veterans out there. You're more than welcome to access these free videos anytime. Okay, now we're going to reverse it. When we lift the knee or the foot, we're going to hold the hands in front of us over the wrists, and then we're going to spread the wings as we come down. Lift the knee and cross the wrists, and then spread your wings as you come down. This also really is good for the shoulders, but edit, if you can't completely raise your arms because of a shoulder pain, you could just do one arm. Be very forgiving and flexible with yourself and patient, because this is all about exploring and learning about your energy. It's not looking a certain way. It's feeling good, not forcing yourself to like a movement that's painful to you. You can repulse what repulses you. You can go slowly and find what feels comfortable and good. That's a huge part of Qi Gong healing, is doing what feels good and comfortable and cozy and getting into that space of, this is fun. This is an exploration. This is an adventure that I want to be on. Okay, now we're going to do some monkey movements for the tummy. So we're going to relax the knees, step with the right foot, eat a banana, throw out the peel with the right hand, and digest with the left. And as you step with the right, then you just come up on the left heel, and then step. Feel your mischievousness like a little monkey. We might go a few minutes after class today, just so you know, because I started a few minutes late. This is for the stomach and the spleen. The spleen makes our blood. The spleen collects all those molecules that the stomach digested and puts it together and creates our blood energy so that we can circulate nutrition to all of our organs so they can function really well. The vitamins D, all that stuff. I'm just walking back and forth because of the small space, but you can walk. You can use your whole space and be a big monkey. I'm a little monkey right now. I do take vitamin D, Jeffrey. I also try to get an hour of sunshine a day. So I'll do Qi Gong outside, or sit-ups outside, or go for a walk. Oh, and one of my favorite little ginger shot companies, Salty, they just released an antiviral mix that has vitamin D in it. I think that's so amazing. I shared it on my Facebook page. It's called the Crown Mix, and it's in a glass bottle, which is so awesome. And no, they did not sponsor this video. Maybe I should ask them to. But speaking of sponsoring, I am sponsoring myself today by promoting a very good product as we now go onto the foot part of this class. Y'all, this is an amazing pain relieving gel. I do have a cup. These go for $40, I think, and it's linked below. I get like a percentage of the sales. But the thing about this is you can use it for not just pain, but also like itches or cuts, or it just has. I'm not a very good commercial, but it has a lot of uses. I need to look that up and do a little script for it. But I've been using it. I got clawed by the little kitty that I tried to rescue, and like that claw is almost gone. And it happened Sunday. Look, like, yes, skin was torn, but I don't even feel it anymore. I've been using it the past couple of days. I was able to wash my dishes without feeling any stinging at all yesterday. So it's really an incredible gel. It's the only one that I use, really. So you can find it in the links in the comments below. So now what we're going to do is we're going to rotate each toe a few times in each direction. And then pull the toe away from the body. Rotate, rotate, pull. Rotate, 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 pull. Oh, and I am going to bring, I got a couple of those gels on discount. So I'll bring them to Golden Drops on Saturday. I bring them around with me on my gigs. If I don't sell them yet, I've got 2 available for $30. So you could save like $10 plus shipping, I think. Rotate the ankle a few times in each direction. You can use them on sunspots, on age spots. Rub, 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 rub. And then rub between the toes. And rub around the ankle a little bit. And then you're going to find a point on the bottom of your foot. I love doing this thing, like the kind of twisting it back and forth. Really getting in there. Whew, giving yourself some relief out there. The body needs touch. You need to circulate those toxins out of you and the good stuff into you. Okay, so find a point on the bottom of the foot that's a trigger point. So you are going to just, I have very dry feet right now, which this is also really good for. You're going to find the point where it feels like a little bit of tension in there. And then you're going to hold that for 20 seconds to help release that little dam that your body created. 20, 19. Opening up those meridian channels. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Thank you, all of you who are still here. You've made it an hour, more than an hour and 15 minutes. I'm impressed. Okay, now release that. Tap, 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 tap. And now you're going to find a couple more trigger points on the body, which help to open the meridian flows. Right under the knee on the inside of the leg, you're going to find another point. So you're going to have to just kind of like feel until you feel it, between 1 and 5 fingers away from that knee, or you might feel a blockage. Hold that for 20 seconds, please. I heard it's supposed to be a beautiful weekend, actually, Shabri. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, thank you for the tips. Now on the outside of the leg above the knee, 1 to 5 fingers. Again, hold that point. It might even trigger an emotional release, and that's okay. Let it flow. It would be great if all of us Qi Gong practitioners help to teach the world that it's okay to feel our feelings. Just don't take them out on each other. Sometimes it's just like, ugh, I'm so repulsed. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 3, 2, 1. Tap, tap, tap. And here we are tapping and spilling our water. Good. And then brush. That's so sweet of you, Jobri. It's so nice to have feedback right there. It feels like, to know that there are people paying attention and out there. I really appreciate all of you. Okay, and now the other side. We're going to rotate each toe a few times in each direction. And then pull the toe away from the foot. You'll notice a difference, if you do this for like 2 weeks straight, the foot exercise every day, your feet are just going to be so much more responsive to you. You're going to feel so much more connected to your ground. And, the foot is connected to the rest of the body. So even if you just focus on paying attention to your feet every day, your whole body will appreciate it. A few times in each direction with the whole ankle now. And then bring those toes back and then rub the bottom of the feet, stimulating every single meridian point. All of the organs have meridian channels that connect with the feet. So you're basically tonifying all of your organs by doing this. And then tap. Lovingly. Love taps on the bottom of your feet. Love taps. And then in between each toe, you're going to loosen that up, massage that up. Okay. That's really good for opening up the sinus channels. I feel that. Oh, now you're going to find a trigger point on the bottom of your foot. Ooh, there it is. Hold that for 20 seconds. Hey. Oh. Ugh. Release. Now we are going to do this little movement here. It feels so good. And on the inside of the knee, about 3 or 4 fingers down, we're going to find the trigger point and hold that, or you can do like little circles on it, massaging. 20, 19, 18. 10, 9. There's also a link to this music in the comments below if you like it. I appreciate the support. You download that and I get most of it. A percentage goes to the Bandcamp. All right, and then above the knee, find that trigger point. There we go. 20, 19. Okay. Yeah, I wrote that music, Jabri. It's called The Flying Penguin Lullabies, and I'll have another lullaby CD coming out this year. And brush, brush, brush. Very good. So as we stand up to bow out for class today, I just want to remind you, if you do want to give for this class today, I have a PayPal you can donate to, anywhere from $1 to whatever it's worth to you, $100. You never know. Could have saved your life. I don't know. But seriously, every dollar means so much to me. So I really appreciate all of you out there. And I have a Patreon account too, where you can just do like $1 a month, or, you might think it's too little, but nothing is too little. So let's bow out. Let's thank all the lineage holders for Qi Gong. And I know some people don't feel comfortable bowing, and that's okay too. You can just feel your gratitude. xoxoxoxo. And then thanking all the teachers. xoxoxoxo. And then fill your heart with gratitude and compassion. And as you bow, spread this out to the whole entire universe. And here's a hug for you, virtual hug and kisses. Pats on the back. And we actually are ending on time today. So thank you. And thank you for spreading the word. If you like this, share it, give it a thumbs up, comment below. And don't forget to subscribe. And if you hit the bell button, then it should notify you every time I'm live, if you need a reminder. So feel free to message me, and keep on loving what you love and not liking what you don't like, and don't let anyone pressure you into liking what you don't.